Okay, so I'm going to show a little more detailed about my power feed for my compound on my South Bend 13. So to start off with, we're going to remove this nut. I've already got it broke loose. And there's a little pin that fits in there, so make sure you don't lose that. And we're going to put this pulley on there. And then here's just a nut I sourced out of my bolt bin. I believe that's a 5/16 fine thread, which takes a 1/2 inch wrench. So then, now we need to put this on. And this hole right here, when I got my lathe, was all boogered up and the threads were messed up and it didn't have the pin in it. So I went ahead and drilled and tapped it to 1/4 28. And that's what I'm using to hold everything on here. Be nice if this motor was a little bit shorter so that I didn't have to fight the bolt so much here, but that's what I got. Got all this stuff off of Amazon. It's all for 3D printers. There's lots of different gear ratios, so you gotta find the one that does the RPM you want. Okay, so there's that all on there. And then this piece here, I've got set up so it can be a cover for it. And then I've got some screws that attach everything here. It's just a piece of sheet metal I bent up and spot welded to give some sort of a cover, somewhat of a safety over that, although it's probably really not necessary. So at this point, we can actually see it work. Turn it on by turning that, and then you've got adjustable speed with this dial. And I can actually have reverse. So if you want to cut in both directions on the compound, you can. So that's just that speed control unit there with a switch for forward and reverse. And then these here, you buy these off of Amazon, and they're for kids' toys like Power Wheels, stuff like that. And you can use your DeWalt batteries to power them with. So I just got one of those, and that's how I've got it wired in. So we'll probably pause this. I'll get set up and I'll show you a cut on my adapter I'm making for my brake lathe. So go ahead and... Okay, so we're all set up here to make a cut. Get the lathe running. And go that way with the feed. Speed that up a little bit without stalling things maybe. Try a 5 thousandths there. See what happens on the way back. Like that leaves a nice finish on that. It's really hard to do that cranking it by hand. Probably get a little bit better finish if I turn my tip to it brand new on that side. Maybe a little, if I got one that had a little sharper point to it, might help too. So there you have it. Power feed on the compound. Forward and reversible, variable speed. I don't know what else you'd want for a power feed. So there you go. I'll try to put a link to all the different parts in the description, so you guys can at least come somewhat close to the same thing. That's it.